Yo people, it is I, J Reaper X, and this will be What If Luffy Had New Order. If you don't know what New Order is, it is a quirk in My Hero Academia, which is, quite frankly, pretty overpowered. No, I'm not even gonna spoil. And for those who know what New Order is, well, I'm gonna switch it up a bit so that Luffy is more OP, cause why not? And yeah. Anyways, again, we start off Luffy at the bar again. No, he's drinking his apple juice. Just chilling. Then he sees Shanks, and Shanks, he orders whatever he was ordering, and he talks to Luffy. Luffy talks to him. And they're having a great conversation. Well, and then they're drinking peacefully until, of course, the mountain bandits arrive. The leader flexes his 8 million bounty, which is just really low, like. But anyways, he flexes it, and he asks for what is it again? Like sake, yeah, a bottle of sake, and Makina, basically tells him that she's out of sake, and that makes the mountain bandit pretty mad, the leader. I know Shanks offers his the last bottle of sake, which is brand new, hasn't been touched at all. Then the mountain bandit takes it and slams it on Shanks' head, which makes Luffy kind of mad, and he's hoping to see Shanks fight back and absolutely destroy that mountain bandit. But Shanks just gets up and picks up the pieces of glass, and he just basically puts it on the counter top, and apologizes to Makina. And this pisses Luffy because he wanted Shanks to fight back, And the mountain bandits, they laugh and get out of here, and everyone on the bar laughs, and Luffy's like, he ain't laughing at all. And during that time he was eating the nice gomu gomu no mi, without knowing what it was. And then he never mind. Yeah, he just eats it like the fool he is. And Shanks looks at him eating the fruit, and they ask him. Shanks opens the treasure chest, and he sees that the fruit is gone, and he asks Luffy, did you eat the fruit that was in that treasure box? And Luffy, he nods nonchalantly without knowing what he just did. And Shanks, trying to get the fruit out of him, but he stretches like he does in the anime. And Shanks, after calming down, he just Luffy asks him what he is, and Shanks tells him he's a pirate and all. And he points at a few people, and he tells them that they are part of his crew. And Luffy, he's amazed and now wants to be a pirate, and he asks Shanks to take him with him. But Shanks says no, and Luffy, he's sad, but just gets over it. And now Luffy, he gets out, because he didn't forget, he wants to get revenge on these bandits. So he goes and finds them and tries to beat them, but he gets obliterated. Sorry to say this, he gets obliterated. And the Shanks and his crew arrive to defend Luffy. And Lucky Roo murders one of the bandits. And Shanks' crew defeat the rest. And the bandit, however, was running away. And he was in a boat with Luffy. Tell him that he's gonna throw him to the sea and all. Because Luffy tried to show off his devil fruit powers. Though he just used it subconsciously. And the bandit saw that, so gonna throw him in the water to kill him and drown him. Yeah. And that didn't really work out. Well, it kind of did. So he kind of threw him in the water. Luffy started to drown. Sea King came in and ate him and the boat. So Luffy had no hope at all. And Shanks arrives and rescues Luffy when he's about to get eaten by the Sea King. But then he sadly loses his arm. And by the way, Luffy's passed out. And he's in his mindscape right now. Luffy wakes up and sees a tall and buff woman with blonde hair. And the woman says, hello, young man. My name is Kathleen Bates. And you are... I don't know how many users, but okay, I'm gonna just say he's like the second user, okay? You are the second user of New Order. You are my successor. I don't know how my power ended up here, but all I know is that you have it. And Luffy's confused and he's like, ma'am, New Order? What the hell is that? What do you mean I'm your successor? And Kathleen Bates, aka Stars and Stripes, if you don't know, he was a character from MHA. I think he's like the #1 hero in America and all, whatever. Replies with, yes, you are my successor. And New Order is a power in which you can apply orders, any order. Sadly, you have to touch the object or the person, which is quite a downside. But it is alright. But, But, you are a special case, Monkey D. Luffy. You can actually apply a rule without touching the object or the person. You can just look at them and apply the order, which is really, really useful. Then Luffy's eye sparkles, and he's a kid. He has a lot of imagination. So, he uses his imagination, and he remembers that before he passed out, he saw Shanks' arm get bitten off. And Kathleen Bates basically touches his forehead and gives him the memories of the quirk and how to use it and all. And Luffy, thanks Kathleen Bates. And then she just tells him, that she'll be in his mindscape in case he needs her. And basically Luffy nods. And he gets out of the mindscape. And he then wakes up and sees Shanks. His arm's still bloodied. And Luffy sees this and Well, he's sad, but then he remembers, New Order. And then he says in his head, New Order! Shanks will have his arm back. And then he looks at Shanks. And surprisingly, Shanks is surprised because his arm is just growing back. And he just didn't expect this, Then he looks at Luffy and says, Luffy, what the hell did you do? And Luffy just smiles and tells him that they should go back to the shore. And Shanks nods, even though he's still suspicious, But, he doesn't want to mess on other people's business, so he just doesn't mind it. Yeah. Anyways, when they go back to the shore, all the people there, they were kind of worried for Luffy, All the people in the village, they were worried for Luffy. And they were relieved when they saw Shanks go back with Luffy to the shore. Especially Makina. Because, she was like a mother figure to... No, she was just worried for Luffy, okay? I ain't gonna start that, no. She just scared for Luffy, okay? And, Shanks doesn't... Well, he goes to his crew and to his ship, and, he says goodbye to all the people. And, yeah. Luffy, just says goodbye to Shanks and tells them he's gonna be a great pirate. And by the way, Shanks gave his straw hat to Luffy, while he was departing. So yeah, that inspired Luffy to become the greatest pirate, the Pirate King. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Shanks is gone. Luffy is now aware of his power. Touches himself and he says in his head, New Order, I will master my devil fruit. And then he starts getting memories of his devil fruit and all the abilities, all of them, that has been shown currently. And he's amazed that he just masters his devil fruit just like that. And yeah. Anyways, a few days later, Garp comes back, and he takes Luffy to Don Don, because he doesn't have time to take care of him. No. Don Don, kind of annoyed as hell, because she has to take care of another kid, and she already has Ace. But yeah, she's gonna take care of Luffy, that's for sure. And yeah. Anyways, Luffy greets Don Don and tells her that he's not gonna be a burden, and if she trusts him, he's gonna bring a lot of food and they're gonna have feast every night. And Don Don trusts him, actually, because she has faith that this kid might actually bring food finally. And she nods, and Luffy gets that she believes in him, so he's not gonna fail her. Anyways, after that, Luffy goes to the forest and sees Ace, and Ace fighting and all. But he just goes to Ace and introduces himself. He says, "Hey, I'm Monkey D. Luffy. What is your name?" And Ace looks at him and says, "Huh? Who are you? You're a new kid? And why should I introduce myself to you? I don't even know you." And Luffy looks at him and says, "Oh, come on, man. Just introduce yourself." And Ace sighs and says, "Fine. My name is Portgas D. Ace." And Luffy looks at him with sparkles in his eyes, and Ace is confused, and he's like, "Whoa, we both have D in our names. So cool." And Ace, actually didn't notice that, and he's like, "Oh, you're right. That's kind of cool." And I know this is quick and all, but I guess they're now friends. So yeah. They chat and chat until they encountered Tiger. And Ace is brave and all, so he's not scared, but he knows deep down he doesn't have the strength to fight a tiger. So he looks at Luffy, and Luffy's looking at the tiger with fearless eyes, and he tells Ace, "Ace, just leave it all to me." And Ace nods, and he's kind of surprised, Luffy taking the initiative. And basically, Luffy goes in front and says in his head, "New order. From now on, I shall have super strength." And then Luffy goes at blinding speeds towards the tiger, and he punches it, instantly killing it. And Ace is like surprised, and Luffy basically says in his head again, "New order. My super strength shall vanish." And then he doesn't have super strength anymore, and he walks back to Ace, and Ace it has stars in his eyes, and he's like, "Whoa, Luffy, that was so cool. How do you even do that?" And Luffy puts a finger on his mouth and says, "It's a secret, Ace. Not gonna tell you." And Ace looks at him, and he's like, "Oh, come on. Why ruin the mood?" And Luffy and Ace just both laugh, and Luffy takes the tiger and brings it back to the bandits, or Don Don's, I guess, base. And they knock on the door, and Don Don looks at him, and she sees Luffy with a big tiger on his back, and she's like, in her head, she's like, "Wow, I said I trusted this kid as a joke, but I never knew we would actually get a feast." And she's amazed, and she's like, well, kid, looks like I was right trusting you." And Luffy smiles, and he's like, "You got that right." And she drops the tiger, and Donglin calls the other bandits, and they cut the tiger fairly between each other, and they all eat. Anyways, after that, Ace and Luffy the next day, they go out to the forest again, and Ace takes her short stick, which basically dagger length, and Luffy just uses his fists, because he's like that. And Ace wanted to spar, so Luffy, he accepts, of course, like, and basically, they both start rushing at each other. Ace tries to swings the stick at Luffy, and Luffy just dodges, and he goes back a great distance. And in his head, he says, "Gomu Gomu no! Pistol!" And then he cocks his arm back, and it stretches, which surprises Ace. Then it comes back right at him, seeing him flying to the tree, and he drops his stick due to the impact. And then Luffy, he goes in front of Ace and puts his fist in front of his face and says, "I win." And he smiles, and Ace smiles too and says, "You just got lucky, whatever." And what was that? And Luffy says, "Oh, well, that's a devil fruit power. Apparently it's a fruit that gives you powers. But you can't swim after that, which is pretty sad." But then Luffy just suddenly remembers New Order, and he's like, in his head, he's like, "But I could just remove that weakness of mine." And Luffy just says in his head, "New Order. From now on, the weaknesses of my devil fruit shall be removed." And then, now, seawater, who cares about that? Sea prism stones don't matter anymore, no more. Just like that. Yep. I know, right? So OP, bro. And then, Ace, has sparkles in his eyes, and, yeah. And I believe they're both, like, Ace is like 5. I don't know his age. I might say he's 5, and Luffy is 4. So, yeah. If they're, like, older in, like, canon, then they have more time to train. Whatever, man. And, no, we're gonna just, skip, they did hunt again. Now they brought, like, what? A bull? Like, a bull, just a big creature, big meat. And, they bring it back to the base. The next day, time skip. A year later, they found Sabo, and Sabo is like a very, very good friend to them too. And we go to now this day. Ace actually has the idea to making the three of them son brothers by drinking sake, and they steal sake from the bandits' house, and they pour it into 3, I don't know what to call them, bowls, whatever, cups. And they both, say, the 3 of them actually say in unison, "After drinking this sake, we will become brothers." And they both, the 3 of them, actually, the trio drinks the sake, and, they're happy that they're now brothers. Yeah. Now, celebrating, and Don finds out that they stole it, and, she scolds them. And by the way, Garp, he visited kind of often to check up on all of them. So, don't worry, Garp is not that bad, He didn't went to get the milk, expired milk. Nah, he's still good. But anyways, yeah. So we're gonna go to the next day. Ace while wondering, he was hungry, so he climbed up a tree and he saw a strange orange fruit. I know, man. It is what you think. It is what you think. He climbs up the tree, eats the fruit, and he feels weird, Then he sees fire emitting from his hands, and he's super shocked, and he's screaming that fire is burning his hand, but then he calms down and he sees that the fire doesn't burn him at all. And he's amazed, and he thinks about what Luffy told him like a year ago. Wait. And he remembers devil fruit powers. And from seeing the fire emitting from his hands, he deducted that he ate like a fire fruit or something. He's amazed, and he goes down and he finds Luffy and Ace, and Sabo. And he goes to both of them and says, "Guys, I think I found the devil fruit, and I think I ate a devil fruit, and I have devil fruit powers now, just like Luffy." And both Ace and Sabo, Ace, Sabo and Luffy both look at him, and they're like, "Are you serious, Ace? Show us." And then Ace, makes fire appear on his fists, and he says, it looks like I ate a fire fruit or something. It's so cool. I can produce fire." And Luffy and Sabo, they're amazed, that he got a devil fruit. And Luffy has an idea, and he tells Ace, "Hey, Ace, I want to tell you something privately." And Sabo, he feels left out, and he's like, "Luffy, can I please go with you?" And Luffy says, "Fine, Sabo, you can come too." And Sabo, he's rejoicing. And basically, it's all three of them. They go in a secret spot that nobody can spot them or hear them. And Luffy begins to say, "So guys, I have a little secret that I want to share with the two of you, since you are my brothers." And Ace and Sabo nod, and Luffy says, "Well, you see, I have this special power, and it is not a devil fruit. It is called New Order. It allows me to put rules on objects or people or myself." And Ace and Sabo, they're like, "What do you mean by rules?" And Luffy, he tells them if they want a demonstration, and they both nod. And Luffy basically says, out loud this time, "The New Order," and he looks at a tree. "From now on, this tree will be cut in half." And then the tree suddenly gets cut in half, and Ace and Sabo, they're shocked and amazed at what they just saw. So, they're both shocked, amazed, whatever you want. So, they're shocked and amazed. And, they just clap, And Luffy, he smiles and tells Ace, "Well, Ace, would you like to master your devil fruit?" And Ace looks at him and he's like, "Really? You do that for me?" And Luffy nods, and Ace says, Ace agrees, and Luffy says in his head, "New order! Ace will now master his devil fruit." And Ace suddenly gets a bunch of ideas about his fruit, and a bunch of just like that. So he tries them all out, and you're super OP. Anyways, yeah, and look, I don't know what to call this, but like I remember seeing, that fire that we have right now, like it can pierce, like not pierce, but burn through like metal or whatever. Yeah. Well, Ace has that too. I don't know. I guess you could call it like black flame. I don't know. It's not black in real life. I don't know what color it is. All I know is like it's super hot. Like it can like separate or burn anything. Okay, I'm gonna just call it burn anything. Okay. So Ace has that. He has blue flames. Whatever flames you have an idea of. So yeah. And Sabo he feels pretty left out. And he's sad that he hasn't gotten a devil fruit. But Luffy just tells him that at least he can swim. And by the way, Luffy remembers again the weakness of devil fruits, and he doesn't want his brother to ever die by drowning. So he basically does another order, and Ace he's now immune to sea prism stones or whatever. So yeah. Anyways, enough of that. We will now go. We'll do a mega fat time skip. I don't know what age he was when he made his debut as a pirate. I think it's like, I must say 16. I don't know. I'm gonna just search. Nah, no, I'm not even gonna search it up. I'm gonna search it up. Yep. Okay, so apparently he says here at the age of 17. So yeah, Ace is 18, and Sabo is just he's gone. They think he's dead, but he's not. Oh, and by the way, Luffy, he applied an order. Well, he just did an order that to have more info, about his own world, and he discovered hockey actually. He taught it to Ace too, cause Ace obviously needs it. Like he literally needs that, bro. Ace with hockey and all. Man, I bet that's the only reason he died like a bitch. Sorry, he died. Yeah, that's the only reason he died. Yeah. So Ace has hockey, okay. He has advanced observation. I know that's a lot, but he genuinely needs it, bro. Else he finna die. I could doing it again. So he has observation, advanced observation. Yes, conquerors, obviously. Yeah, he now knows how to use it. Conquerors hockey. Yeah, he has good control over it, and it's quite powerful. I'm not even gonna lie. He has armament hockey, basic armament. Sabo, he has basic but very strong armament hockey. Like he's about to unlock. It feels like he's about to unlock advanced observation thing, armament, and Luffy just has basic of all of them because he doesn't want to learn the advanced version by himself. Anyways, yeah, that's it. Anyways, so Sabo has Haki, so yeah, and he still uses his pipe, and he has developed the dragon claw. And now since he has armament, so he can since his hands move so fast, he can make fire, whatever. You know what I mean. But anyways, yes, Sabo is gone, but Luffy and Ace, they're not worried for him at all. Anyways, yep, like I said, they're not worried for him. So Luffy has already set sail. Luffy is setting sail currently. Ace is already gone. And he doesn't have the grudge against his father because Luffy showed him the truth or whatever. Yeah. So Ace doesn't hate Roger, and that's good. Anyways, yeah. So, yeah. So Luffy is setting sail right now. He's saying his goodbyes, and people they're kind of sad that he's leaving Fuchsia Village. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, like I said, it's tough. He's leaving. Village is sad. So yeah. Anyways, Luffy's now setting sail. He's already on his boat. And when he's far enough from the island, he says out loud, "You order. From now on, I shall have... Oh, no. From now on, this boat shall... No, from now on, I shall be able to control the speed of this boat." So now he's, able to control the speed of the boat, obviously. Basically, just makes the boat go kind of fast. Even though, he's not even rowing it. It just goes fast on its own. So, yeah. Anyways. Yeah. It is what it is. And, somehow, he still gets caught by the whirlpool. And, even though he doesn't need to do that, he still hides himself in a barrel. Because he thinks there's food in it. Thinks there's meat. So, he goes in there. Yep. Anyways. Oh, my bad. Yeah. Yeah. He gets sucked in the whirlpool and he ends up on Alvida's ship. So, Koby, he's about to, open the barrel, but Luffy just gets out of it and knocks out some Alvida Pirates members. So yeah. And then he looks at Koby, and Koby looks at him, and he's like, "Oh, hey there, Pinky, how you doing?" And Koby looks at him and says, hi, I'm Koby. Uh, and then Luffy's like annoyed and he's like, oh, come on, man, just speak normally. Like, what's happening? What happened? And Luffy, sorry, Koby, he looks at Luffy and says, well, I've been trapped here for quite a long time, and they're making me their chore boy. And then Luffy, he's like, want me to help you? And Koby, he nods, and hoping that Luffy's strong enough to beat Alvida. And then Luffy, he goes out of the ship and he screams, Alvida, where are you? Fight me, you ugly. That Alvida, as soon as she heard ugly, she's just triggered and goes to Luffy stomping. And she's like, grr, how dare you call me ugly? Now I'm gonna kill you. And then she swings her mace, but you know, Luffy just punches it and he breaks. And Alvida's eyes widen. Then Luffy backs off and says, Gomu Gomu no Bazooka. And then he cocks both of his arm back and he slams them on Alvida and she just flies into oblivion, never to be seen again. Yep. But anyways, Luffy looks at Koby and he gives him a thumbs up, and he looks at the rest of the Oviedo pirates and he just uses Conqueror's Haki, which knocks them all out except Koby because it wasn't directed to him. Anyways, Luffy asks Koby what he want to be in the future, and Koby basically says that he wants to become the fleet admiral and the strongest marine to have ever, I guess, just the strongest marine in history. And Luffy actually takes interest in that because he's thinking when he's gonna be the pirate king, he kind of needs a marine rival. He can't just be a random old person from the old generation, So Luffy has an idea, and he says in his head, New order. From now on, Koby shall have a muscular body and a lot of physical strength. He shall also have Haki. Every form except Conqueror's Haki. And then Koby starts to grow taller. Basically, he's like post-time skip. But more buff, more muscles. And he has a lot of physical strength. And he also has Haki. Both of them basic. And Koby looks at Luffy and he's like, Luffy, did you do that? And Luffy looks at him with a smile and says, well, I'm gonna be king of the pirates, and I need a marine rival, and you shall be that rival. So I want you to train hard and go become a great rival for me. And then Koby smirks because he got a big, boost to his confidence. And both of them use Haki at the same time, and they, not clash, but they fist bump. And then Luffy smiles and asks him if he wants to go with his grandpa. And Koby asks who his grandpa is, and Luffy just tells him that it's Monkey D. Garp. And after Luffy said that, Koby was surprised that the grandson of the hero of the Marines wanted to be the Pirate King. Found it ironic, but he just didn't pay mind, and he said yes, and Luffy sent him there. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah. So, like I said, yeah, he made a new order that Koby shall be sent to Garb in 10 seconds. And, yeah. Luffy told Koby that he'll be sent in 10 seconds, and Koby just doesn't question it, and he thanks Luffy, and Luffy fist bumps him one last time, and he just goes off. Then Koby gets teleported, and then he takes the... Yeah, so Koby gets teleported, and Luffy just takes the ship of Velveeta and just continues to a one and unknown island. So, yeah, and that unknown island is actually Shellstown. And Luffy goes to a bar and orders some food, and he devours all of it. And then a little girl goes up to him and says, "Mister, you're a pirate, right?" And then Luffy nods, and he's like, "Well, can you save Mr. Zoro, Mr. Pirate Hunter?" And then Luffy's like, in his head, he's like, "Pirate Hunter Zoro?" And the girl says, he's being he's gonna be executed by the Marines if you don't do anything. And she basically explains how Zoro, saved her from punishment and all that. So Luffy nods, pats her head and nods, and he's like, "Don't worry, I'm gonna save Mr. Pirate Hunter for you, okay?" And then Luffy, he gets off, and he just goes and walks towards the Marine base. Yeah. Anyways, he just goes over the wall and he sees Zoro just hanging there, and he seems to be starved. And Luffy just cuts the ropes, and Zoro falls down and says, "What are you doing? Just 10 more days, just one more day, and I'll be out of here. What are you doing?" Then Luffy just tells him that the Marines are just gonna execute him, and Zoro thinks that in his head he says that there's comms, and they don't keep their promise. And Luffy asks Zoro to join his crew, and Zoro says that he's not gonna join, but he's gonna join only if Luffy brings his swords. And then Luffy just goes off like super quickly. It looks like he teleported, and he comes back with Zoro's swords, which surprised him a whole lot. And then Zoro agrees to join Luffy's crew, and Luffy's happy. But then he sees all the Marines and Captain Morgan just coming at him. And Luffy goes in a fighting stance and says, "Bring it on!" And they'll start firing bullets at Zoro, actually. But Luffy jumps in front of them, and they just bounce off. So yeah, the boys bounce off of him and go back to the Marines, and somehow it doesn't hit them at all. And Luffy looks at the big guy, who's Captain Morgan, Axe Hand Morgan, and he uses armored hockey on his arm, and his skin starts smoking, and then he just suddenly appears on top of Captain Morgan and slams Captain Morgan on the ground with a punch, leaving a big fat crater, and this surprises everyone on the battlefield, including Zoro and the Marines. Yeah. Well, including Zoro. Yeah. And then the Marines, as soon as they saw that, they just start dropping their weapons one by one. And they start to Luffy just confused. And then Luffy, is confused and asks them what's going on and why they're not fighting him. And one of them steps up and salutes and says, "Well, pirates, Captain Morgan has been treating us badly and even killing us. So we're glad that he's down." And then Luffy nods, and he goes to Zoro and he says, "Well, Mr. Swordsman, looks like we have to go now." And then Luffy and Zoro, they start running out of there, and Luffy, while running, he makes an order in his head. He says, "New order. A boat shall appear at the shore, and I shall be able to control its speed." And then, a rowboat with just a rowboat appears, and both of them jump in it. And the boat starts going super fast, like unimaginably fast, and this leaves everyone confused, because the Marines were there, they were saluting, they were there, so they were confused too, but they didn't pay mind to it and just thanked the Straw Hats. Well, the two people, just Luffy, for saving them. Yeah. And I'm actually gonna end this here. I know I didn't really go far, but I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I guess I'm gonna make a part 2 tomorrow. So yeah. Anyways, peace out and goodbye. Bye-bye. Also, thank you all again for 100 subscribers. I don't know how much we have right now. We have 103. I don't know. That's what I saw last time I checked. So thanks for that, guys. Peace out and goodbye. Bye-bye.